inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And some room to roam now. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
16 more on that one and another first down.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go with the option, coming right, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
To about the 35, 2nd down. The Ravens at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's able to find Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down.
That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 48 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Rolling to his left.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Big Raekwon Davis, the man fighting in for that sack.
Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after...
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
They'll run on first down. Henson, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Henson, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. On first down, Henson, and he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a handoff up the middle. Henson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson flushed out right. Throw right side here taken in by Bateman. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now back to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up down. They'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll try the left side. Henson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Play action. Now Jackson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out, continue to throw the ball effectively.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And finally, he's taken down at the 18.
84 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it off him.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up the touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 2nd down, Henson, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Jackson from the shotgun. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
45 yards rushing forward to the ball game now on 14 carries.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On second down now, Henson. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And there you go, Charles. A guy you liked an awful lot coming out of college, I know, making the stop behind the line.
Yeah, I thought he had the best instincts of any linebacker I'd seen in about the last decade. Crashed together with some tremendous athletic ability. Not bad for the first month of his NFL career.
Second and 11.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here we go with Kamara. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown, and so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Chris Olave.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Saints put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw here. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Marcus Davenport make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And he's able to get it out of there. Fielded at the 43. A punt of 46, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last timeout on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
Touchdown! A big play there. 52 yards.
And the Ravens use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Back to throw.
It's complete. Kamara.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A give to Kamara running right. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Marcus Davenport in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his target. It's Olave.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Baltimore, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.